Hello everyone and welcome to today's session. And today we will not learn any new topic, but we will try to explore our last 2 days class. Okay, so where we already learned the exceptions handling mechanism in Java, and we generally use this type of try catch block. Okay, and you can see here I am using a exceptions keyword here, right? So instead of exceptions, we also learned that if we already know the type of error or exception, then we can use this type of arithmetic exceptions or number format exceptions or array index out of bound exceptions or null pointer exceptions, can be many more. Okay, so we can use this or the base one this, and using this type of try catch block we can easily handle that one. Now today we will try to understand if there is a chance of multiple exceptions in your business logic, then how you can create multiple catch block instead of this type of single one. So that is our main aim, and we will try to understand how to create multiple catch block for your business logic. So let's say I have a integer array type, let's say array whose size is basically 3, and I am trying to collect the value under array 0 and array 1, something like 20 and 5. And the array 2 will, let's say, take the calculation value of 20 divided by 5, that is nothing but array 0 divided by array 1, right? So you can see here my first array positions I am setting the value G20, and in my second position, that is basically array 1, where I put value 5, and my third position, that is basically array 2, where I am trying to calculate the divisions of 2 and 5. Okay, and finally we can use a system.out.println to print the result, and that is nothing basically calculated under this array 2, right? So let me put it here, and if there is any exception, then let create a exceptions message here, so we know that how to use that one. So ex dot get message. Okay, so now you can see here this is my happy scenario, because 20 and this is 5, and 20 divided by 5 is nothing but here it will be collected as 4, and that will come here as a result, right? So let me run this one, and you can see the result is coming 4. Okay, so this is a happy scenario and a normal situations. Now let's say I have put instead of 5 0 here. So what it will happen, so it will generally abnormal situations, and it cause an exception, because you can see here array 2 basically coming from here, where it says that 20 array 0 is nothing but 20 divided by 0. It cause a arithmetic exception, and it's come in the catch block and giving me divided by 0 is the issue for this type of exceptions, right? Even instead of 0, let me put it again the 5, and I am trying to collect array positions 2, that is nothing but this one. My length or size of this array is 3, so this is okay. But if I make it, let's say 12, so definitely this 12 is not available for this size, right? So this should cause a array index out of bound exception. So if I try to run this, so definitely it will go for this catch block, and it will show the array index out of bound exceptions. Let us run this, and you can see it says that index 12 out of bound for length 3, because my array length is 3 or size is 3. So let me put it again 2. But what we check here, for happy scenario it's good enough, but for abnormal situations it can be 0, or it can be let's say any other positions which is not belongs under this size, right? So there could be two chance of exceptions in this logic. One is basically arithmetic exceptions, another one is array index out of bound exception. So I have two possibility of exceptions here. So how I can use these two exceptions instead of one? Okay, so how you can do that? So instead of exception, definitely we will use the best practice, and first time we will try to capture the arithmetic exceptions. Okay, so this is my first scenario, arithmetic exceptions. If it's 0, then it will go this block. Now let's say I have another scenario where if the size is more than 3, then that will definitely cause another exception. So you can simply create another catch block here. okay. And in this catch block, instead of exceptions, we can use that array index out of bound exceptions, okay. And let's make it again ex and print another message, let's say this one, okay. So you can see that I can create multiple catch block one after another just after this try block, okay. Now let's say you think that in your logic there could be chance of another type of exception, so you can add this here. And if you don't know the exact other type of exceptions, very final stage, okay, after your all type of catch block is done, then here you can again create a catch statement, okay. And instead of any specific type of catch block, you can simply use these exceptions, baseline one, okay. And you can simply use the again this type of message here. So using the system.out.println. So if you face any arithmetic expression in your logic, if I put 0, so definitely it will be a arithmetic exceptions and it will go to this catch block, okay. Now instead of 0, let's say make it 5 again, and let's say I put it here 20. Definitely array 20 is not under this size because the size is 3, so it will cause a array index out of bound exception. So once it's caused this one, it automatically go to this block and print this message, okay, the second catch block. Now let's say instead of this type of arithmetic exceptions or array index out of bound exceptions in your try block logic, there are another exceptions, so that will automatically come to this exceptions part and it will show this type of message, okay. So now if I try to run this, so definitely it will go to this block. So run this one, so you can see it says that index out of bound message. So basically this is this block, okay. So to make it more proven, you can simply make some message here. Let's say this is for arithmetic exceptions, right? So make it something like arithmetic exceptions and the message will be coming here. I have created this one for what? This one for array index out of bound exception. So I can make it like array index out of bound exceptions. I am putting this one only for your reference that actually it's coming here or not. And this is I am using a exception. So you can simply make, let's say, exception message here, okay. So now you can see for this one definitely it should go this block because it's a out of bound exceptions. Let me run it again. So you can see array index out of bound exceptions, this block I am coming, right? Now let me put it again 2 and let's put it 0. So if it's 0, definitely it should make some arithmetic exceptions and it should go this block. So once it's go to this block, it should print arithmetic exceptions and this one, right? Let me run it again. So you can see it's coming arithmetic exception and the message is divided by 0, okay. So it's coming something like this. If I make it again revert back to 5, and let's say you have a string variable here, str is equal to set it null, and try to use any method of string class, let's say character at, okay, 0, okay. So now what I am trying to do here, so this is basically my null, okay, string, and from this null I am trying to use this character at. So definitely it will be a null pointer exceptions, but I have not made any null pointer block here, right? My first block is basically arithmetic exceptions, second block is basically array index out of bound exceptions, right? So if it's a null pointer exceptions, it's first check that this block is suited for it, no. Then it's go for the second block, is this block is suited for it, no. So definitely it will go to the last block, that is basically baseline block exceptions, and it should give the exact message for this and it will show these exceptions, right? So let me run it and check that it's coming to this block or not. You can see I am getting this block because here I have written exception and the message is coming here. Ex.get message is nothing but cannot invoke string at character int because it's a null, right? So you can see here we can create multiple catch block based on our expectations that there could be a chance of this type of exceptions or that type of exceptions. You can create that type of catch block one after another. But if you think to put your exception the baseline block, so definitely you can put that, but it will be your last catch block. So if you remember this type of syntax, so you can use any type of catch block or the multiple catch block in your business logic or in your try catch block. Okay, so hope you understand how we can create multiple catch block for exception handling in Java. So in our
I believe this video has helped you to understand about the topic. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe, click on the bell notifications and select all so that you don't miss any video from this channel.